saw him about 3 years ago, but I have not been able to be in touch with you. I believe he's still around, but I know he lives in the West Coast, down in Florida, down in the Western area. But unfortunately, I have not been in touch with him lately.
Hmm. So, Julio, you had a good ride. You had a good life. You had a good.
Yes, very good life.
If you have to start over again, what would you change?
Nothing. I will do it all over again, and I will try even harder. I will work 20 hours a day, 28 hours a day in order to give the opportunity to other kids.
So, are you saying if somebody want to open a tennis academy tomorrow and say, "Hey, Julio, I want to help me do this," you ready to do it again?
Yes, sir. Without even
Even
thinking about it.
even at your age.
Even at my age, I'm still young in life. I can still, right now, I'm still teaching kids. That it gives me a great help because I'm helping kids. They came from no tennis at all, and I've been teaching a young lady for the last 7 years, and she couldn't even hit the ball when we started 7 years ago. And if you see her play today, it's the best reward for me. That seeing this young lady coming to an age in life, and I know that if she continue playing tennis for 2, 3 more years, when she's about 20 years old, she can go out and get a job teaching tennis, and she will make good money teaching tennis. So I will do it all again without even thinking about it.
Now, you mentioned tennis has been good to you. How you define tennis? What is tennis to Julio? What's tennis give you? Yeah.
Tennis is a sport that you can practice at a young age, at a middle age, at an old age, at a senior age, and at a great grandfather age. Tennis is perhaps, in my opinion, is the best sport that people can ever take upon because you can play when you are a kid, you can play when you have children, you can play with your friends, you can play with anybody that's willing to strike the ball over the net. So tennis, it keep you young and it keep you healthy and it keep you living for a long time, my friend.
Interesting. That's a very good definition of tennis, Julio. Now, what is the Julio's philosophy? Who's Julio? You know, when I say that, some people said patience, perseverance, the consistency. What is the slogan? What's the Julio slogan? What keeps Julio going?
Julio today is a happy young man, a happy guy that I was introduced to tennis to somebody that had a vision of kids. I remember when I was in Venezuela, I live in a complex where there was this public swimming pool, public tennis courts, and a public basketball game. And there's a gentleman that came around one day and saw us hitting paddleball tennis and a big fronton, wall like the higher light. He saw us play tennis, and this gentleman apparently has some money or willing to offer his willingness to help young people. He saw us hitting some balls in a big wall, and he says, "Why don't you kids want to come and play tennis? You have 2 tennis courts and nobody's using it." And then we told him, "No, tennis is for little girls, big boys." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what. We were very poor. My parents then can even buy me a pair of tennis shoes." And he said, "What about if I give you a T-shirt? Will you come and play tennis?" And I said, "Yeah, of course we play tennis." And then that was it. And then we don't want to play anymore. And then the next day he said, "If I give you a pair of shoes, would you want to play tennis?" I said, "Yeah, of course we will play tennis. You give us some shoes." And then we keep on, and then and on and on. And then he says, we'll play tennis again. Say, no, but what about if you go, after we play tennis, we'll go out to buy you dinner. Say, yes, sir, we will play tennis for you, buy us dinner after we finish tennis. So we did that for 3 months, and that's how I started tennis. So I learned that the older generation see the generation with an opportunity, and if you can offer them something, that if we get them into it, get them hooked up into play tennis, why not? Not only tennis, but play another sport. Who cares? You just get the skin moving, and now sports is nothing but a business nowadays anymore. It's not anymore for the rich or the poor or whatever. The tennis sports is for everybody. Tennis offers you an opportunity to excel in life. Why not? Go do it.
So that was the motivational factor for you guys.
Yeah. I gotta start getting free shirts and free food and free tennis shoes. So why not?
And a racket, right?
And he provided rackets as well. Yes, sir.
So, what was the name of the town in Venezuela when this happened?
I was born in a city called San Cristobal.
San Cristobal.
San Cristobal. That's where I was born.
How far is that from Caracas? How far is that from
Caracas? Is 18 hours by car, 24 hours by bus.
Wow. So San Cristobal is on the sea, then?
No, it's right on the east side of the town of Venezuela, close to the border with Colombia.
So near Cucuta.
Yes, that's right. 1 hour from Cucuta, correct, by car.
1 hour from Cucuta.
Right.
Wow, interesting story. So, any interest in writing a book and sharing your philosophy and history and knowledge?
No, to be honest with you, a lot of people have asked me, Julio, why don't you write a book? And I say, yeah, but it's nice and good, but no, I don't want to be known by my name is in the book. I'll be known for a guy that just help that kid, introduce him to tennis, and he's happy about it. And the parents, thank you for introducing my boy to tennis or my girl for tennis, and they're doing good. And they have an opportunity now to compete in the school tennis, high school tennis tournament. That's what I'm going to be. I want to be known for. The guy that help the kids to go out and play a little bit of tennis. That's good enough for me. I'm very happy with that.
CQ Radio, if you're listening to us, our guest today is Julio Moros, the legend who helped build the Voluntary Tennis Academy. Julio, we are going toward the end. What would be your advice for the new generation and parents, of kids and parents today?
I will tell the parents, if you have a young boy or young girl, get them going. Number one, make sure they get an education. Number two, make sure they play sports. And if they go out there and expose your kid or your daughter or your son to sports, and let them then find out what they like to do, what sports. Give them the opportunity to expose them to sports. And if they choose tennis, go ahead. Encouragement, love them, drive them around, do whatever it takes, pay the bills. Because when you encourage your kids to play sports, you're going to have a young lady or a young boy or both ways to have the most healthy kids in the face of the earth.
Great advice. Ladies and gentlemen, Sekou Radio, that's the end of our show today. We had Julio Moros, legend of tennis, coach. Julio, do you have a phone number, email you can put on the radio if somebody listening to me or us in Cucuta or San Cristobal or in the Philippines or anywhere, they say, where can I find this Julio? Can you give us that, your phone number or your contact or your email?
My phone number is 941 735 7420. My email address is Julio Moros1 at AOL.com.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It was a great to have you on Sekou Radio. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a great day, Sekou.